silence, else he is bound by lack of our light. Opened, they then, by their knowledge, pathways forbidden to man. But, in his temple, all-seeing, the dweller, lay in his AGWANTI, while through Atlantis, his soul roamed free. Saw he the
Fucking at my bastards.
Saw he the Atlantines, by their magic, opening the gateway that would bring to earth a great woe. Fast fled his soul then, back to his body. Up he arose from his AGWANTI. Called he the three mighty messengers, gave the commands that shattered the world. Deep neath earth's crust to the halls of ANENTI, swiftly descended the dweller. Called he then on the powers the seven lords wielded, changed the earth's balance. Down sank Atlantis beneath the dark waves. Shattered the gateway that had been opened, shattered the doorway that led down below. All of the islands were shattered except UNAL, in part of the island of the sons of the dweller. Preserved he them to be the teachers, lights on the path for those to come after, lights for the lesser children of men. Called he then, I Thoth, before him, gave me commands for all I should do, saying, Take thou, O Thoth, all of your wisdom, take all your records, take all your magic. Go thou forth as a teacher of men. Go thou forth preserving the records until in time light grows among men. Light shalt thou be all through the ages, hidden yet found by enlightened men. Over all earth, give we ye power, free thou to give or take it away. Gather thou now the sons of Atlantis. Take them and flee to the people of the rock caves. Fly to the land of the children of KHEM. Then gathered I the sons of Atlantis. Into the spaceship I brought all my records, brought the records of sunken Atlantis. Gathered I all.
The good thing about this time that we're living in is that you do get to see the dead rise. It's not really like the way that you think, though. I had a friend, and I'm becoming more and more certain of the fact that he is alive, because he's a channel that I listen to. Now, I don't know if it's exactly him, but just the other day, from some things that happened, I fully contracted the belief that this motherfucker is alive, when he had supposedly had committed suicide, and I never could believe that. One, it was so uncharacteristic of this guy to have committed suicide that I just couldn't. I can't believe that. There's nothing. I can't believe it. Just can't do it. And you know, there was, maybe he was killed, maybe this and that and the other, and he got this other person pregnant, and I've seen the kid and it looks like him, so it's like, I believe that's his kid. I don't require a fucking DNA test for my belief. If I believe something and I choose to believe it, I choose to believe it. But now the station that I listen to is in association with some other channels, in a way. And I like the content, I do. But there was always a creepy sort of Aries aspect to his personality, as he came down here one year. And I was doing some of my weird shit that I do. Uh-oh. Did it crash? Let me start over. I was cementing a orgone pyramid onto the rocks over there when he showed up on the bank. And I hadn't seen him in a while. So I was like happy to see him, obviously. But he had a very strange and troubled time here. But I put that pyramid right on that big rock. Where am I aiming right? No. Oh, the big rock right there. I cemented it on there. And inside of it, I had this big giant Easter egg, a big yellow one. So I had that inside with some different shit. And when he appeared here, he appeared on the bank. And I think I'd seen him. He came out a couple more times. But he was getting ready for the end of the world. He thought I was the Archangel Gabriel, or one of the two witnesses from the Bible. And I remember when I met him, he was making some DMT, or he was going to, and at his place, and he didn't believe in God yet. And I introduced him and brought him formally the concept of God and Jesus. And he was a baby believer, but before that, he was more like scientifically minded and didn't. So, as I'm right at the very end, I would say that people who have been in church their whole life know how the churches are. And I do believe in Christ, but I believe that Christ comes through your heart. And that's when people begin to see everything that they experience in the other person can be that same experience. Like you equals other self. I think that's what it meant. I don't think we're supposed to wait for someone to come down and rescue us. But I'm not going to take away from anyone's belief. I just currently believe that to identify with other as self is Christ consciousness. And that's not always easy. Of course, you're always going to prefer you to other self. And that's where our journey begins. It's because that it's so not true, because we are as much the other person.